Welcome to a day in the life of session 4 of my daily routine when I get to everything. So session 1 was a full buzzing routine that I normally do in the morning. Session 2 is a playing routine that I go to my horn. Most of it is stuff that I buzzed in the first session. Then the third session is a kind of what I call theory fundamentals, works on scales, arpeggios, and stuff like that. And I also kind of extend my range and work my low range and my high range just to have that, again, capacity to, whenever needed, play in both ranges if I have something extremely high. It's kind of a maintenance routine. Session 4 is basically session 3 on the horn. It is basically the simplest way to do it. Although you could call it session 4A, 4B, technically 4C, because sometimes in that same session I'll do extra stuff. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do basically the things from session 3. And like all, warts and all, I mean, this is probably the one where I'm most worried about that I'll probably make some mistakes. But, it's part of uncovering and revealing the nature of what it actually takes, I think, to play at a high level. Side note, or just wishful thinking, I wish more professionals like the high end would show us this side, or maybe they just play on another plane of existence that I just don't know. But through my journey, I've because I constantly strive for perfection, but never achieve it. And so, sometimes in my own head, I think to myself, man, I blip too much. And then maybe the reality is, a lot of the pros, when they're doing their routines, they make little mistakes. But all that being said is you get to see the warts and all, as they say. All right, so I will put up on the screen a little bit. So again, I am in my, I'm on my supplements PDF. And because this is what I buzzed, I start with my major arpeggios, 2 octaves. I'll just get a little adjusted. All right. I could keep going, but I want you guys to see. Next is E. Empty. And then the next thing I do is just do basically the same thing in minor, which again is the next page of the supplement. E minor. All right, next up. Sometimes, it depends on the order I'm feeling or whatever, but normally I'll go to my major scales, but I also sometimes will do my scale in thirds here. For this version, I'm just going to kind of do it in the order I did it with buzzing. So there's my 1 octave major scales. Sometimes I'll go fast enough to double tongue them, but I think I'm just going to do a nice single tongue with lots of air. Move it down. Going down. Try a little hesitation there. It's funny, you almost feel like you're gonna have a brain fart and then you don't. Technically didn't miss a note, but had like a little stumble. Then I'll go to this, again, my minor scales. You can see how efficient this can be. Obviously, just while I'm emptying, you could think of this all as a framework. It doesn't mean that you have to do exactly what I do, but it's just trying to show you that there's an intentionality. I'm trying to be very intentional about the things that I do on a daily basis, which allows me, again, to make sure I cover my playing fundamentals and theory fundamentals as best as possible. So again, when I run into music, the music will always change. Skills needed to play the music never change. All right, minor scales. Moving it down. I'm going to read that one because that was dumb. Another brain fart. Anyway, that happens sometimes. More. Alright, again, not terribly unhappy with that. Alright, at this point, again, I've covered kind of what I normally, what I buzzed in session 2. So then, because I also worked on my kind of extreme ranges, or I call it, range training, that's another way you can think of it, I kind of just do the same thing on the horn, just to see. So let me just make sure I got my spit. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of what I did on the high range stuff. I'm going to do my double high F extension on the horn. Here soon, I promise. I think I got it. All right. A flat to A flat. Now, I've technically already done that as part of my session 2. But I think, again, it's a good test to just see if you always can feel it. Next up is the octave slurs, but instead of going down, going up. With that. Next is my 5th/4th, again going up. Hesitation. A little of this is just by playing by feel. Next would be the broken chords range extender. I can just feel like there's a little spit somewhere I haven't found yet. All right, hopefully that's good. All right, let's have some fun. Again, not everyone spoke perfectly, but again, I'm just demonstrating that when you have the ability to play higher than what's kind of required, everything feels more stable. All right, and again, just to be very, very transparent, this is the one that if I'm being honest, I haven't been as consistent through my lifetime of playing and doing this, but because again, it's a great, what I will call high range to low range kind of connection exercise. I tend to, when I have the time, again, I will fully admit this is something that when I don't have a lot of time or I have a rehearsal or maybe a lot, I will definitely kind of skip this one. But again, for the sake of this demonstration and putting myself out there and, letting you see the warts and all, I am now going to play my scales in third, ascending and then descending. Probably going to force me to be more focused and make sure that I think through this and don't make dumb mistakes. Knock on wood. All right, here we go. So far, so good. Oops, a little too far. Alright, empty the horn. I have to admit, because of recording this, I went a little slower than I probably normally do, so I made less mistakes. Imagine that. Slow things down, be more intentional, then the odds go up that it'll go well. That's just good practicing advice 101. Alright, let me empty. Alright. Get that adjusted. Ooh, almost had a little. The one big blip was I hesitated between doing an F side fingering or B flat fingering. All right, keep going. Go. All right, one last thing that I do in this, what we're going to call it session 4A/4B, because I also in my session 3 buzz the low range routine, I basically do that. Now again, there's no PDFs for those. They're just basically everything that says range extender. There's no PDF. They're just videos that you kind of follow the instructions on. So again, maybe I'll just You don't even need to see it. So now I just work in my low range a little bit. Now technically, I could do anything, but again, I'm just designating this last part of session 4 to be working in the low range. Partly because I've been doing a lot of high stuff and you just want to balance it out. That's another thing about my routine concept, is it's really about balance. It's about getting around every area of the horn in a variety of ways with different techniques so that you feel as strong as you can. All right, so this is what I normally do. Then I will do, and this is all basically just straight out of the low range routine for buzzing. I'll start. Articulation. Not feeling great. Then I'll go. Yeah, I can feel myself gripping more than I normally do, but it's okay. Like, again, what I really want to describe is it's the daily, it's the coming back daily to just keep finding the feeling. One other before I've in this, a lot of times I'll also do some quick maintenance of lip trills and double tongue and triple tonguing. And there's, I should probably go ahead and share the screen on this one just to be as clear as I can. So several of these are just out of the supplements because I do have some articulation stuff. So normally what I'll do just to maintain is I'll just do this letter M. I'll go. I mean, that's it. Like, literally, that's just to make sure the double tonguing can be coordinated. Then I'll do letter R, triple tonguing, same thing. There's that. And then I'll do some lip trills. I usually kind of just start with the little Mozart. And then I just kind of work through the different tonguings. Something like that. That's it. So that is basically everything I try to do. And again, I want to repeat, try to do in my session 4. Now, when I'm really, or like when it's almost, you could call the next part is the ultra routine, but like really everything I've done through session 1 through 4 is kind of my default. I try to get to all of that every day, no matter what. And you could even call it the maintenance routine, right? So anyway, hope I'm going to try, I don't know if I'll have time to do session 5 in this, because I did all of these the same day. I might try them. I got to look at my time and the responsibilities I have. It'll probably be closer. I'll probably have to do another, do session 5 on another day. All that being said is happy practicing. Thank you kindly, and best of luck to you.